Hello, and welcome back to Deadfire. So this time, I think it's time that we go and hand in one of our quests. It is the Cornet's Call. I'm going to go hand it in because we have the Cornet. We have the conch, which
I got
this.
this.
I
Kinda
say
hear
Bea
waves
did
in.
right leaving the gullet. She went and did what she needed.
I don't disagree. But the little waifs, how are they to make on?
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. So yeah, we did also help out Bea last time, but yeah, she kind of left all of her children here. Well, I don't know if they were her children. I think they were someone else's children that she was taking care of, but she's left now. Yeah, maybe not the best, but we let her have her choice, and Aloth like that. So I think we're kind of with Aloth on a lot of things, like letting people have their own choices. I think that's important. What is going on there? That was weird. Anyway, let's go to Dario's hideout. Give him the conch. Don't know why he wants it, but we know that there's an important reason why he wants it. So, let's try and find out what we can while we're here. A little quick save in case he bites us for whatever reason. Right. Hello, Dario.
What do you require?
Oh, I did find the 600 coppers. Yes, I found the money that belongs to you. Let's get a little bit of reputation going here. So, yeah, this was the 600 that Bataru got from Dario. But, yeah, we'll give it back.
A matter of principle.
Yes, exactly.
In Nekataka, that is rarer than teeth in a clam. Keep it. Who says virtue is its own reward?
He makes a flicking motion with his slender fingers and smiles indulgently. Nice! So, we get to keep it, and hopefully that also helped our rep. That is fantastic. So, is this the artifact you're looking for? He examines the conch, tracing his delicate fingers over the underite symbols. Pleasure shines in his eyes.
Interesting. This is not Takano's shell, but it is one of Andra's artifacts all the same.
Wonder gleams in his eyes. Oh! I gave him the wrong one! I didn't even realize. I just saw a cornet of and thought, yeah, must be the right... Oh, okay. Well, let's see what he says about that.
And now the real work begins. You must take this to the Undercroft.
He hands the shell back to you.
Funny how they never mention the real work up front.
Ay, Miko. It is but a jaunt. It lies just below Delva's Row. It is where goods of questionable provenance originate. Take the lift from Delva's Row, not the lift in the gullet, mind you. My associate Gwenfen will await you outside a passage in the old Juana style.
What then?
Then you explore the perils and treasures of the old city for something I seek.
He smiles.
Among the ruins is a certain mosaic.
He rubs the gold stitching on his outfit. Why do you care about the mosaic?
Enough to reward you well for finding it.
Oh, wait. Slightly different question, but okay, that's fine. Move on.
The shell you found will reveal it to you. Gwenfen can explain all when you find her.
He leans close, braces squeaking.
It is said the old city was once as grand as Serpent's Crown. Whatever treasure you find there is yours to keep. For now, take this. Consider it an advance.
He hands you a bag of coin. What is the Cornet of Waves?
It is an old Juana artifact, a musical instrument of sorts.
One hand plays with the elaborate decoration at his sleeve.
Ages ago, it was part of a pair, but its companion, the Cornet of Depths, was lost when the old city sank. Both are said to carry the voice of Andra herself. I do not believe in such superstition, of course.
He frowns. And yet you see the tension, the way he pinches the fabric of his sleeve. He wants this artifact badly. Yes, we've done that. Yes, I see.
Have you any other questions?
How do I reach Thundercroft?
There is a lift in Delva's Row, next to a Netzo shop. I will see that the people who guard it do not give you trouble. Once you descend, cross the bridge. Behind the stockade is a door to, well, a very old place. You will know it when you see it. Gwenfen will await you and the cornet there. Do whatever she asks as though the request comes from me.
Okay, very well. So I'm not going to do that right now. I want to go and look for the other coronet. I want to look for the coronet of the waves. So we have to get it from the Mataru who owns it. Or maybe that was an option instead of stealing, we could find this one. Maybe they're mutually exclusive. But maybe we'll get a reward for going and getting the other one. Like, maybe there'll be an actual good reward. We'll see. Anyway, we've been everywhere. We've been absolutely everywhere. So I'm going to go to the other Nekataka entrance, just in case we need to go to both to unlock, like, a way through. But I think that's pretty good. I think that's a successful exploration of the gullet. We've got some ideas on where to go next to here. So let's leave on the east exit. We've got Brass Citadel, we've got the Sacred Stair, and we've got the Serpent's Crown, which we can't go to yet. I might double back to Pariki's Overlook. Let's do this one next. It's the next one that comes off of Queen's Birth. Seems alright. Yeah, let's have a look at it. We're going to be in this city a very long time. I can feel it already. We're going to leave this city at like level 10, level 11, something like that. Just insanely strong compared to how we entered.
I heard you and Isilmir again. I do wish you would stop encouraging her. Real sorry, Aloth. We'll keep it down. You think I care about your childish jokes? What bothers me is how she dog-ears my grimoire. And you keep bringing her out. Just looking to lighten the mood, I guess.
Alright, so we got guards that patrol this area. I like the look of it. Yeah, magical doors. Alright. Alright, interesting. So we're definitely in a higher class of area now. Let's see what our map tells us. Oh, what an odd shape. Okay. We got a road back to Queen's Birth. We got Maria's Metalwork. We've got the Luminous Bathhouse, which we were recommended thoroughly. We got a Ramiant's, another shop. Serpent's Crown. Water Shaper's Guild. Akmira's Manor. And then the Dark Cupboard. Oh. Alright. Let's go to the first shop. Abandoned Dog. Hello there. Rasper. 5% of incoming hits converted to grazes. While Rasper is following you, you're more effective with healing spells and potions. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, this one's ours. Nice. Curious Lantern, name your price, says the Valian Merchant. Okay. I'm going to go into the raiments first. So the raiments are kind of like clothing, I guess? I think? Yeah. Yeah, looks like it. Patterns with local and foreign adorn these bolts of fine cloth. Alright, we could steal this back room to see if we got anyone else in here.
And
Nobody
what
else.
do we have here?
Ooh, nobody else around. That is stealing.
A Lord's foot, Senator.
I just wanted to see what it was. It's just the key to this place. That's fine. Don't need to worry about it, but now we know there's a key here. Which probably opens that chest. Hello there.
If you find yourself in need of comfortable garb, I'm happy to oblige.
The dwarf tips his head in a curt professional manner. You're a tailor?
I've been known to rip a seam here and there, patch some shredded gear back into shape.
His expression shifts, turning sour.
Thought I was an armorer, did you? Assumed that my tree stump limbs and barrel chest lend themselves better to the forge than the needle?
Oh, we could grab him. Okay. Don't know why we would do that. Let's just say we meant no offense.
If it's armor you're after, Marihi will set you up. She's got a knack for metal.
He points to the door and jerks his head to the east. No, show me what you have for sale. Okay, so he has a couple of things. He has the Mantle of the Seven Bolts. So this one gives shock armor, grants an ability, so it grants the bolt. Okay. And then gives shock damage when knocked out. Alright, this cape is interwoven with copper thread and was created by an eccentric wizard to provide protection from electricity. The wizard's initial experiments were promising. The garment seemed to absorb and redirect the effects of the wizard's most potent lightning spells. After countless self-administered shocks, he was left none the worse for wear, save for a few burns and a persistent nervous twitch that intensified with his proximity to metal objects. Ever a perfectionist, this enchanter was unsatisfied with his limited data. Simple spells were insufficient. He needed to pit the cape against the fury of a proper storm. When such a storm arrived, the wizard donned the cape and climbed to the spire atop his laboratory and called the lightning to himself. 7 lightning bolts struck the wizard simultaneously, throwing him from the spire to his sand garden below. There was a brilliant flash upon impact that turned the sand into glass and set his arbitrarum aflame. Broken and concussed, but very much alive, the enchanter praised his experiment as a resounding success. That's good. It's an awful wet. It's like, it's alright as a cape, but it's not amazing. Like, shock armor, very situational. Shock damage when knocked out. This only gives value if you get knocked out, which makes it, like, inherently bad. And then this one gives you 1 cast of this. 1 per rest. That's awful. Okay, Burglar's Gloves. That gives you dexterity, mechanics, and then athletics. I like these. Okay. I actually do just quite like those. I might get them. Those seem fantastic. Gives you dexterity, gives you mechanics, and gives you athletics. Yeah. Oh, they cost a lot of money. I was looking at them here and thinking, oh, it's $950. That's not bad. 4,000. Ooh, we'll put them on our list. 3 tolls stitched. So, 5 health. So that's effectively as good as the base fighter, what's it called? Passive. That's okay. And that's per 12 seconds. Okay, so that's actually quite a lot. Yeah, okay. Minus burn armor and minus corrode armor. So this is a really good one as well. This trio of hides still carries the unmistakable stink of trolls, fluid oozes from the patches of fungus adorning the fibers of the garment, and mossy particular sludge off the surface like with a touch. Slough off the surface with a touch? Anyway. That's fine. It's not I realized that wasn't really a lore one. Okay, and then Ngati's Girdle. 2 athletics, 75% chance to cast interrupting crush damage AoE when critically hit in melee. That's alright. Although, I will say that being critically hit in melee should not happen to somebody who's very heavily armored and who should be in melee. Then +2 crush armor rating. This fine shark skin belt is thought to have been in the possession of the widowed elf noble Defka Kilwin when she took her own life by throwing herself from a coastal watchtower into the crashing sea below. Some years later, the girdle washed ashore near Huana village in the Deadfire, where a wandering shoremaker discovered it. The salt and tide had not marred it in the slightest. The inner lining still bore the embroidered message from Devka to her late husband. May our souls always find one another, it read. The shorewalker, wary of the implications of such an artifact, opted to sell it rather than tempt the ire of Ngati, who surely kept a weather eye on such a symbol of love, loss, and the sea. Okay, Burglar's Gloves are the only one that I'm interested in here. For that I'm gonna make a note about, so. Burglar's Gloves. Okay, and that is in, what's this area called? Overlook. Let's just call it that. There we go. That's fine. Remember to come back for that. Pariki's Overlook. Pariki's Overlook. Just saying it a couple times so it gets in the head. Right, I'm gonna go to the Luminous Bathhouse last. Let's head up this way.
Did the queen summon everyone to the palace?
Akira, I'd never seen Aruihi run so fast.
Do you think the Audra Colossus would come here next?
Pray to Kahopa, it does not.
Okay. So she's gathered everyone for something about the Adra Colossus. Water flowing through this timepiece keeps its mechanism in constant motion. Let's just walk up here. I just want to see if there's a guard or anything. No, so if we exit north, we're allowed to go to Serpent's Crown. Yeah, okay. So I've unlocked that now, I believe. Because it just wants you to go to the area where you can get it. Ooh, oh, I thought that was a name. That's not a name. Okay. That was just the Karahu. Grab that, grab the cat. We've got Jules. Jules gives us 1 perception and increases spells. Alright, fine. Just different stats.
The sea is true home, not smelly mountain.
Alright. An engraving at the base of the statue reads, Pariki, first guild master of the Water Shapers Guild. She looks downcast and introspective. Alright, let's speak to the worthless idiot.
What you want?
The imp recoils from you with a sharp hiss. What are you doing out here?
Archimere doesn't let worthless idiot outside after worthless idiot sprayed dung on stupid tablet. But Archimere not home.
Mischievous grin splits the imp's bony features.
So worthless idiot watches the ships come in, looks at all the tasty gulls.
It sighs down at the vista of the ocean and docks. So your name is Worthless Idiot?
Those Archimere's big words. Gave name, but worthless idiot no understand.
Worthless Idiot wriggles a finger in its ear. I'm pretty certain he meant it as an insult.
That's so? Worthless idiot should ask Stinkfoot or Catbreath what they say.
Haha, yeah. You want to set sail and eat gulls? You're welcome aboard the Defiant. The imp takes in your words, its eyes widening to the size of moist saucers. A flap of its wings carries it closer to whisper in your ear.
How often you beat your crew, huh?
It doesn't whisper at all, and the question sends a ring through your ears. I don't. Not yet, at least.
No beatings? None?
It blinks, struggling to encompass the idea.
I join crew? I join crew!
The imp flutters in an excited little circle. It points down at the distant shape of Queen's Berth and salivates at the sight of the gulls landing on the rigging of the Defiant. We got ourselves an imp.
Yeah?
He can
Leave
crew
it to
our
me.
ship, apparently. Have a look here. So, wait. He must be one of these ones? Have I lost him? Maybe he's already... No? There are people here. We might want to trade out people at some point, but... I don't see him. What's a triumph? Triumph of... Oh, that's people you've beaten. I see. I see. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, there we go. No one sailors. So we can just put them in if we need to. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. I guess you can only have like a certain number at once. Like on this one. Like on one ship. And then these ones are other people who we have hired but aren't quite, you know, like they're not on a ship yet. Anyway, Water Shapers Guild. Presumably with more ships, that's going to be more of a big deal. I assume we get more ships. It seems like it, but we'll see. Okay, we got a Water Shaper. Just walk in.
Tekehu, you have shirked your duties for the last time, I say.
A guild master in fine robes stares down the sizable blue-skinned Amawab for her. Students observe the exchange in a loose circle, exchanging whispers.
Guildmaster, be reasonable.
He tosses his anemoine-like hair, which glows faintly as each bulbous strand settles in place.
I skipped one lecture to travel up the mountain. Still, the palace is closed until you present me before Onikaza.
He crosses his arms and raises one eyebrow. The murmurs of the crowd grow in volume.
You went alone. I asked for patience, but as usual, you make a trench out of a tide pool.
She pacifies her tone, suddenly conscious of the onlookers. We're going to say nothing.
My patience wears thin, old shark. You have stifled me enough for one trip through Rikuhu's bowels.
Rikuhu. Many Huana worship Berath as Rikuhu, the twin eel god that represents the cyclic connection between the overworld and underworld, life and death. Rikuhu is often depicted with the two constituent eels, Kahopa representing the overworld and life, and Tangola, who represents the underworld and death, devouring one another by the tail. I was thinking we'd read something like this, but I think we read Tangaloa's one previously. In fact, I think this is the same one. Yes, the rest that's the same. That's fine. In spite of their obvious age difference, Tehaku raises an instructive finger to the guildmaster. She flares her nostrils and takes a deep breath. Aloth does not like the pridefulness.
I say Ngati weeps at her petulant spectacle of a child.
I think that we're not going to say this. He's not the child of them. It's just because he's a water shaper or something like that. He's all blue. I imagine that's why he's the child of an Ngati or whatever. We'll say nothing. We're a silent observer, a watcher, you could say.
For a water shaper who treasures his duty to the goddess, you spend too many days cavorting at the brothel.
The guildmaster sidesteps Takeku. Is it Tahaku? Anyway, and takes long strides away from the circle. Sparing another glance at Tahaku, the crowd disperses.
Ugh, insufferable.
Tahaku sighs and smooths back his hair. He turns his attention to you with a raised brow.
Did you need something? Or is it enough to bask in perfection?
Tehehu? Anyway, whatever. Grins and opens a palm, inviting you to speak. Well, water shaping sounds like a prestigious talent.
Well, through our connection to the gods, the Hawana mold water like it is clay, easing it into an assumed form.
Grinning, Teheku adjusts his posture to assume a flowing, almost weightless stance.
We could sink every ship in Rauatai's fleet if they drew too close to the city, but some of us have gentler tastes.
He sighs and stands once more at ease.
Some of us see water shaping for what it is, a gift of divine expression.
So you're a water shaper?
Well, surely you have seen my works across Nekitaka.
He knits his brow with immediate concern.
Look to the antechamber of the Kahanga Palace for my apple of Ngati, or to the luminous bathhouse for my dance of the wanton priestess.
He folds his arms and nods towards the door. Alright.
For as long as there have been Hawana, there have been water shapers. But only since Takehu has water shaping been art.
I'm just realized what this means. He's a companion that we can get. Because if they have opinions about him, he must be a companion, maybe. I don't know. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. So I take it you and the Guildmaster don't get along.
Kira, I bring art to the Guild of Water Shapers, but they do not tolerate expression here. What I am is to blame, I say.
Handsome.
Oh, take care. Flattery is my first language.
Also, obviously he's a godlike. That's what it was there. Yes, because he's a godlike Amawa. Yes, godlike are blessed by the god in theory.
It is because I am a godlike, kissed by the fish goddess at birth.
Yeah, got it. He extends an arm and flicks one of the fin-like appendages running from his wrist to his elbow.
Water shaping is Ngati's gift to the Hawana, and apparently I am too. Savior to the tribes.
He folds his arms and grimaces. So you're testing your boundaries?
The only question is, do I return to my duties, or while away a few hours in the bathhouse?
He tugs on his hair and purses his lips. I'm going to say nothing.
The waters are fine, I say. Finer still with company.
His grin widens even further as he appraises you. Sighing to himself, Takeku scans you up and down. He casually clears his throat and glances away. I don't mind if you look.
I am liking you already.
His brow raises. Well, I could use a rowdy fish like you on a Defiant if you'll have a watcher at the helm.
A watcher? And here I am used to being the freak of Pariki's overlook.
He rests a hand on his hip and grins.
What does a watcher do?
Well, I'm an intermediary between here and the in-between.
Ikera, just so.
He strokes his chin, nodding.
I say I am no sailor, and I know even less about death. I am an artist.
He stirs his fingers through the air, drawing together droplets of moisture into an orb of water that floats over his palm.
My peers do not understand. Water shaping to them is like studying calligraphy, to brew ink and sort parchment.
He lets the orb fall to the ground and splash at his feet. Well, I'm curious to see what you can do.
The tide brings unexpected gifts. You are not unknown to me, I say. Whispers of an Adra Colossus reach my ears, and louder whispers of a corpse who follows him.
Tekeku raises one of his brows.
What will you do when you catch up to this walking god?
I'm not sure yet. Any ideas? He nods, touching his lower lip as he weighs the matter with care.
I would command the ocean herself to drag him to the bottom of a lightless trench.
He shrugs.
If it untangles me from the guild's apron strings, then you can mount me as the figurehead of your fair ship.
We already got one. He inclines his head and touches the circular marking on his brow.
Our quarters may smell of fish before long, but your crew will be more beautiful by association, I say.
He winks.
No one's ever called me beautiful before.
Blushing, she averts her gaze. Aloth hates him. It's fantastic. Let's be off.
Lead on. It will be good to put some distance between myself and the guild, even if we find less savory places along the way. A fair warning, Captain. Ngati gifted her favorite son with more than his stunning complexion.
He tosses his hair and sighs contently. I look forward to learning all about it.
Akara, I look forward to teaching you. I say you will learn, in time.
He winks, his eyes suddenly as dark as beads of polished onyx. He's a druid. Oh. Interesting. Well, I'm going to have him. Definitely. I think we're just going to have a straight on druid. I think that sounds like the best. Now, who are we ditching for just now? It's a tough question. I like them all. I don't even know. I actually really like our party. I don't know who I want. Seraphim, I could see ditching for just now, because he's not very useful in combat. However, because he's not very useful in combat, I can see not ditching him now. Because, well, if he's not useful in combat, then what is he useful for? Well, he's useful for talking to people. I mean, let's think. Actually, I'm gonna ditch Seraphim.
Shoving off then, Cap.
Because I feel like Edier is kind of important right now. He's not necessarily story important, but he's important in the sense that he provides a lot. He provides a baseline for different characters. He appears to be the one that a lot of other characters get introduced to us through. He's a talker. He's got a lot of stuff. He also gives us a moral baseline in terms of other stuff. Like he tends to tell us good and evil quite bluntly, which I like. Zoti, she has to come with us because she can absorb the souls. She may even have to be in our party the entire time, like the entire game, because she can do that. I like Aloth. That's my full reasoning for Aloth being there. He also, I don't know. He could go. The way I see it, I want to bring in the new guy. Seraphim and Aloth are both 50-50. Either one could come with us. You know what? As much as I like Aloth, I'm going to bring Seraphim because he's new. Well, he's new to me compared to Aloth. We've learned a lot about Aloth in Pillars 1. We may switch things up, and Aloth is going to come with us for pretty much every combat section because he's amazing. So we'll stick with this party.
If you want for company, look...
Right. Oh, we can also talk with him. Let's level him up first. Split up the talking. Oh, wow. He's glowy. So what does he do? He does metaphysics, religion, and survival. Okay. Are we missing anything from not having Aloth with us? Missing arcana knowledge, but, I mean, that's fine. Let's... Given that we have Zoti as our only alchemist, and we have a couple of people who do explosives, let's boost his alchemy. Here, I don't know. Metaphysics is fine, religion is fine. He's kind of got a neutral set of everything. Let's put in some metaphysics. If we think him and Seraphim are going to share time, let's have them know the same things. Right. So he gets, because he is a something. I don't know why he gets specifically Andra's whip. Okay. A water ability. Maybe you have to choose what type of druid you're going to be when you are a druid. Anyway. So he gets Andra's whip, which is a water shaping form to... he forms a whip-like entity. So it's a summon. Okay, and his first level is a Spirit Shift Shark. Draws upon the druid's natural connection to a shark, temporarily allowing them to assume that form. Immunity to Dexterity Affliction, so he becomes a man shark? So, and he can't be hobbled or anything. Okay. He's also a water shaper. Ah, okay, so this is the... Yeah, that's the Ondra's Whip one. Frost and water spells cast this way are foe only. Nice. Okay. And they lose access to fire and creature druid spells. Okay. Interesting. He's also also interesting member of the Mataru cast. Okay. What have we got? Fast Runner is okay. Let's look at spells, because we haven't looked at any of these. Touch of Rot is corrode damage. Okay. It just does corrode damage in an area, not a large range. So yeah, it's a touch spell. Is that an area? Yeah. To any in the area of effect. Yeah, okay. Interesting. It's not a large area of effect, but okay. Tanglefoot. So that one hobbles a bunch of people. Okay, longer range. Vile Thorns are a AoE which does piercing damage and can sicken them. Okay. Now alright, he already has Tanglefoot. I'm guessing we're gonna want to make him maybe like a healer CC kind of character. I think that's gonna be the best use for him. What's this one? Arms Bearer. Yeah, don't care about that. I was just thinking I didn't look at it. Yeah, healer CC I think is gonna be the best one. I see some heals that he has. That'll probably work quite well. Nature's Mark. So this one lowers deflection, lowers reflex of a single... of areas... Oh, no, that's an area of effect one. Alright. Interesting. So it makes them easier to hit. Water Winds. So that was a frost one, which is foe only. Pushes back all in the area of effect and inflicts freeze damage. That's cool. Nature's Vigor. Oh, that makes... Oh, that's not... I thought that was a heal. But it makes them fit. Gives them Constitution. Okay. That gives allies some bonus. Charm Beast. Very situational. Although it doesn't say it's just for beasts. This is keyword beasts, but... I guess maybe it is only for beasts. Charm enemy animals. Yeah, it's in the text. There we go. Dancing Bolts. So that does lightning. Just lightning in an area. Alright. That's fine. Yeah, it's got large penetration, so like armor, it doesn't affect it too much. Okay. Talon's Reach. That's a large amount of slash damage to all in an area of effect. Okay. So I mean, it actually has a lot of damaging stuff. Then Sunbeam is a fire one. Wait, I thought we weren't allowed fire. Yeah, lose access to fire spells. This is a fire spell. Oh, but it's grayed out. I see. Oh, and we can't take any of those because they're all grayed. Oh, okay. It shows you the other options anyway. Oh, I guess because it's the same screen you'd get if you were creating a character from scratch, so you would want to have a look at those. But okay. So I was thinking about Talon's Reach, but we can't take it. Dancing Bolt seems alright. Vile Thorns seems really good. This chance of sickened is quite nice. If it hits, that's alright. Water Wind I also quite like. Nature's Vigor I'm not too fond of. I'm not amazingly fond of. Nature's Mark is okay as well. I'm going to take this one. It's a little bit of damage, a little bit of sicken. Alright, next. Level 3, another alchemy, another metaphysics. Okay, so we get access to Blizzard, which is an AoE that slows action speed and does stuff. Nice. Taste of the Hunt. So our melee weapon becomes an ideal instrument for hunting, adding continuous raw damage and restoring health. Okay. I think that's on attack, maybe? Or does it just give 30 health when you get it? I don't know. Anyway, that's interesting. One we can't get is Insect Swarm, which is raw damage over time. Woodskin. So, Pierce Armor, Burn Armor, Shock Armor. Okay. Like, it's very specific armor types. Moonlight, AoE heal. I'm telling you, I think I know what's going to win. Hold Beasts. Burst of the Summer Flame. Yeah, some burn damage and area of effect. Autumn's Decay. This corrode damage in an area of effect. Okay. Interesting. Firebrand, which we can't have, and Conjure Lesser Blight. Heal. Oh, we get 2 abilities? Oh, I didn't even look at these. Water Strike Freeze. Knowledge of the forces allows them to automatically inflict freeze damage when spirit shifted. Okay. One-handed style. Wild Strike Shock, so increases shock with weapons. Okay, when spirit shifted, it says. We can't take Wild Strike Burn. We could take Wild Strike Corrode. Okay. I don't think we need any of those. I think we're taking that, and then we're gonna take... I'm tempted to take the melee weapon one. Yeah. Let's maybe make him a melee druid. That's reasonable. Yeah. It looks like he might be melee, looking at what he's got there. Or they might have intended him to be that. Alchemy 4 is fine. We'll boost up maybe his explosives a little bit. Metaphysics is also fine where it is. Do I need anything else? Maybe some history. We're lacking a little bit of that. We get another ability at this level. Maybe I will take one of these. Let's take the one that works with freeze damage. Yeah. Let's take that. And we get a new weapon type. Oh. So right now he uses a rod, which is a ranged one. So let's get him a melee one. What do you want him to hit? Well, I mean, actually in melee he's going to use his... yeah, actually, yeah, in melee he's going to use his shapeshifted form. We want to get him another ranged one. I don't know. What kind of things does he want? Like the rod blast is fine. He does have like the quarterstaff. He does two-handed. I don't know. Why not wand? Give him wand. Kind of just at random there. It doesn't really matter. Let's go another history, another explosives. Here, we got himself Chill Fog, which is nice. It's okay. Spreading Plague. So, it's hobbles weak that jumps. Okay. Returning Storm. So, it strikes random enemies in a area of effect. Okay. That's fine. Doesn't do that much damage, but okay. Twin Stones, that's just 2 rocks that get chucked out. Oh, there's a target and then there's an AoE. You can't have Stag's Horn. Okay. You can have Infestation of Maggots, which is raw damage in the area. A target at maximum health takes no damage. Oh, so it does more damage the weaker they are. Yeah, okay. Beetle Shell would give a target a shield, which we can't do. Purge of Toxins gives everyone immunity to poison disease. Could be very useful. Nature's Bloom gives everyone robust. Armor, health restored. Ooh, interesting. And that's the radius from the caster. Okay. Increases fortitude, increases reflex, gives a extra concentration, gives extra will. I like the poison and disease one. Honestly. That sounds pretty good. And I kind of like the heal. Let's take double heal. That's 1 more level. Okay, so. We'll take another alchemy. And we'll take another metaphysics. At this level, let's maybe take one that gives them damage. The area of effect one's quite nice, I think. But the raw damage is pretty good. Like that's pure, like that's damage that goes through any kind of type of armor. That gives them another effective use. Yeah, okay. Let's go with that. So he's all set up. How do druids use spells?
At your service.
They just get spells per level. Okay, just like wizards. Okay. Right. Let's talk to him. As you turn to Tekihu, a shadow passes over your vision. You feel a tug from somewhere deep within his soul. A faint ripple creases the air between you two like a forest of ethereal kelp. Surrender to it. Tahiku's soul is vibrant and energetic, almost too lively to occupy its mortal shell. There is a bright thread of energy that trails away from him. You instinctively follow it. You stand in a grand hall, underwater and cloaked in oppressive shadows. Pillars of coral and bone reach up to support a ceiling that must be hundreds of fathoms away. Chandeliers lit with bioluminescent globes dangle from long ropes, swaying in languid, tentacular motions. At the farthest end of the hall sits Andra, as tall as a castle keep, and leaning forward in her throne. She has adopted the head of an angler fish, and regards you with its globular stare. Her sickle-shaped jaw open and closes in a rickus of conflicted emotions.
A life without friction or challenge has left the boy in need of guidance.
The voice of Andra pounds at your mind with relentless force. Oh, we haven't spoken to Andra in this game yet.
He thinks himself frail, but my heart beats in his chest. He is stronger than either of you could know.
She claps her hands and the vision shatters, flooding the hall with a deluge of awareness as you return to your senses. Regarding you with a warm smile, Takehu at first seems oblivious to your momentary detachment, then his brow furrows with concern.
Captain, what say? You look a little blue about the gills.
Well, I just spoke to Andra. She just reached out to me.
Ngati spoke to you?
Skeptical, Takehu cradles his chin and considers.
Ha! To leave her son guessing. Oh, this is my tricksome mother through and through.
Yeah, well, she did seem to care about your well-being.
What mother doesn't? You must be special indeed for Ngati to speak with words. For her people, she lays out cryptic stepping stones hidden in omens. Akira, but send her my fondest wishes.
Okay. Interesting questions, because I don't really have any knowledge of these things beforehand, but okay. I want to ask about Prince Aruhihi's interest in the black market.
Akira, what say?
I don't have any questions about that.
You have questions? Akira, I have answers.
The Kahanga royalty seem very taken with you. I also know nothing, but okay.
Between the crown and the guild, Nekataka has high hopes for Ngati's chosen son, I say.
Takehu smooths back his hair with both hands as he gathers his thoughts.
If Ngati had not blessed me, I say the goddess touched me for more than enriching one tribe, glorifying one island.
Takehu bites his thumbnail and sighs. You give people hope, Takehu.
If people need hope, they should pray harder, or look to their own grindstone.
He gives you an annoyed look, holding it there for longer than necessary before tossing his hair with a gentle squish.
I say there is me, Takehu, and there is the Takehu others would make like a coconut husk doll.
Takehu. I'm so happy you said it twice. Takehu, Takehu, Takehu. Got it. Right, it's in my head now. Repetition, it will be there.
You mean the one people would play with?
Anyone with the strength to pick me up may play with me, friend Shodi.
Takehu winks at her.
The more I try to be the Takehu I know I am, the harder I am constrained. What say?
He brings up his gaze to meet yours. Others want to stoke your potential, no harm in that.
They sit me on the pedestal and observe. Then, when I make a move, they say, not so fast. Many think that I have a duty to the Huana. I say I am the only one unconvinced.
Okay. How do we go from here? I don't know. There's a couple different tacks we could take. Let's talk about him. Let's not talk about everything else. You're being strangely dismissive of your worth.
I only dismiss what others would make of me. Akira, I know what I am.
Hesitating at first, Takehu envelops your hand into his, the scales along his palm both prickly and warm. Just as it seems he will break away, instead he leans in closer.
I know how I seem. We did not have this word, conceded, before Adirans landed on the Isles. If Ngati had not touched me, I wonder if anyone would care.
Takehu seems ready to say more. He stops himself and releases you from his grip. The world around you darkens, and once again you feel an insistent tug for your attention, the pull centering from Takehu's soul. I will surrender once more. Once again you find yourself in Andra's waterlogged hall of power. The tired swaying of bioluminescent chandeliers casts uneven rays of light down upon her court.
Poor boy. He has it backward, as usual.
A silky, distant voice asserts itself in your thoughts.
I did not choose him so that he could do great things. I chose him because talent should be fostered toward any end.
Sadness and regret creep into her tone, but something about them rings falsely to your ears.
How fortunate that you are here to set him on the right path. I know you won't disappoint.
You hear a smile in her words.
Apologies. I say I never miss an opportunity to talk about myself.
The presence withdraws, leaving you unsteady on your feet. Oblivious to Kahu offers a broad, showy smile. I had some more questions.
You have questions? Ikera, I have answers.
Where did you live prior to Neketaka?
The Kahanga are my tribe, but my people settled on Atua, an island too modest to deserve the attention of maps. My mortal mother tans boar hides. My father trades in the abundance of pearls and opals Atua is blessed to provide. When I was born, father called me his blue topaz boy.
The Kahu stretches the back of his head and grins. Your birth must have been a big event.
Ikera, high winds stirred the vigor of the seas. 2 huts collapsed before our local storm speaker could shout down the weather.
He beams with pride.
They say the skies only cleared when I fell into the midwife's basket. Peace had returned to the island. Or so the Mataru predicted.
What did you do around the island?
I could not be kept from the water, so my father taught me how to dive for pearls and azada snails. Ngati filled my palms with riches on every harvest, I say.
Azata, a sea snail native to the Deadfire. The Huana use their smooth, egg-shaped shells as currency.
When I came of an age to begin a man's pursuits, the Mataru reached out to the Kahanga Queen. Weighing my arrival against the forces that descended on her territory, the Queen could not invite Ngati's chosen into the Watershapers Guild fast enough. In hard times, the endorsement of a goddess is more valuable than currency.
Have any other notable godlike come from Etua?
Doubtless, I say. But I am the most precious gem of recent history. Godlike are revered as bringers of local change, but only Ngati's chosen is thought to deliver an omen for all Huana at once.
Back to my previous questions.
Ikera, speak on.
Tell me about water shaping to Kahu.
The art of our ancestors, I say. To bend water to our will is a gift from Mother Ngati to her chosen people.
Takehu stands tall and grins with pride.
Since devastation swept our way of life out to sea, too much of the art has been lost. Periki, founder of the guild, organized the lore of Ngati's talent into a series of postures and meditations we call the 4 forms of water shaping.
What are these forms?
Try as we might to embody Ngati's element, our bodies are not water. Ikera, this is the form of grief, a beginner's test.
Takehu closes his eyes and sweeps out his hands, exhaling sharply.
The body's internal water is a force that conquers all. Even the mountain will bow to the stream. The form of hope, I say.
Takehu crosses one leg before the other and sways on the spot.
Water commands its vessel, and the vessel can be shaped as surely as the mountain. The form of metamorphosis, Ikera?
Takehu opens his eyes, which now resemble polished onyx. His smile is hungry, predatory. He blinks and the effect is gone.
The art is a challenge to grasp, difficult to master, and impossible to perfect. Unless you are Ngati's chosen, I say.
You said there were 4 forms?
It is only by force of habit that I omit the final form. We do not speak of it in the guild. The form of transcendence.
Takehu closes his eyes and concentrates, holding out his palms. He bites his lower lip and focuses. Finally, he shakes his head and stands at ease once more.
Only a story, I say. Even crafty Periki could not commit this ancient form to her scrolls.
Uh-huh.
It was said that our ancestors could shape the very oceans of the Deadfire. This was Ngati's true gift, but we have yet to recover it from the ruins of our past.
Let's be off. Yeah, okay, so we have a druid. He's very cool. I like him. I quite like this guy. Not entirely sure we're gonna use him in our party. Oh, I need to change our party formation, obviously, with him in here. Given he's like a range that goes into melee, so let's go like that, I guess. Is probably our best one. It's kind of weird because we got him in the same protective spot that we have Aloth, but I guess he's more like there. So if I
be right there.
Do, let's just set people out again. Oh, that's not quite right. There we go. Yeah, something like that. He's still kind of in the same spot. It doesn't really matter. But he'll throw out his ranged attacks, and then he'll move into melee, or he'll move into melee, and he'll throw out his ranged attack. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching. I was also thinking, while we were doing that, how I'm going to handle some other bits here. I think that I'm going to try and bring Seraphine along for places that are more seedy. And I'm going to bring Aloth along for places that are more, you know, upper class, I would say. Maybe the same with... Maybe actually I'll also do the same with Takahu. I'll try and bring them along to places that make sense. Right now, I don't know. I actually think this area is more of a... This is more of an Aloth area, I would say. So I'm going to switch them out again. And especially because Aloth hates Takahu, I really want to see more of that dynamic. So, how do I switch people out? Maybe I can't do that on the fly? I should be able to do that on the fly. Maybe I'll keep him here, because I can't do it. I was sure I saw a way of doing it. If there's not a way of doing it, then we're going to keep him around, because I'm not going to an inn. And we'll swap him out at the nearest inn that we can. Or like the first inn that we go to. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching. And then next time, we will explore more of Pariki's Overlook. See you then. Goodbye.